We start this hour in the Indo-Pacific, where in a significant development, Japanese Prime Minister Shigeru Ishiba and South Korean President Lee Myung have agreed to strengthen security and economic ties during President Lee's first official visit to Japan since taking office. The two leaders discussed closer cooperation in defense, artificial intelligence, and economic security, while reaffirming their commitment to counter North Korea's nuclear and missile threats. Let's take a listen in to what the two leaders had to say.
安全保障、経済安全保障分野については、現下の戦略環境の下、両国間の戦略的な意思疎通を強化していくことで一致をいたしました。このような観点から、日韓時間戦略対話の早期開催に加え、日韓時間戦略対話の早期開催に加え、防衛当局間の対話の枠組みも活用しつつ、日韓米協力の観点からも日韓間の協力の強化を模索しています。
변하는 국제 정세 속에서 흔들림 없는 한일, 한미일 협력이 무엇보다 중요하다는 점에 인식을 같이 하며 한일 관계 발전이 한미일 협력 강화로 이어지는 선순환을 만들어 가기로.
Both nations are aligning more closely ahead of Lee's upcoming summit with US President Donald Trump. Topics on the agenda include security concerns, China's regional influence, and increased South Korean contributions to US forces stationed on the peninsula. We're now joined by Dr. Satoru Nagao. He's a fellow at the Hudson Institute, and he joins us live from Tokyo, Japan. Dr. Nagao, thank you very much for joining us on this topic. First of all, I wanted to talk about the defense cooperation that has been agreed between the two. Which is the biggest threat that both of them face? Is it North Korea, China, or something else?
Of course, all of it. But China is the first and the most priority because simply they are rich. Rich means that more equipment they can buy. Rich means that they can start a big war. So that's why Russia is concentrated in the Ukraine now. North Korea sends ammunition and troops to the Ukraine now. So currently in the Northeast Asia, China is the only country to start a big war, especially against Taiwan. So that's why which country is the most serious country? It is true. China is the most biggest threat in this region. But we cannot ignore other two as a coordination with China. So even if China is the main threat, when China invade Taiwan, if Russia or North Korea rise the tension in other area, U.S. forces need to divide their resources against Russia, against North Korea, against China at the same time. This means that these three are one big threat, not just one by one. One big threat the regional country need to realize.
Dr. Nagao, obviously Lee Myung's summit is coming up with Donald Trump. Sorry, Japan is also a member of the G7. Would you describe the relationship with South Korea and Japan, their relationship with the United States, as different in contrast to the rest of the Indo-Pacific?
Yes, in this situation is okay, Japan's view towards the U.S. and South Korea's view towards the U.S. is indeed different. Especially the view from the President Trump, right or left is a very important factor. In case of the South Korea, the new president, President Lee, came from the left party. So view from the President Trump, which background is right, they are not friends. South Korea's president could be the friend of the United States, but at the same time, the political background, the different side, the right people can see the left people is different side. So that's why this is the concerning point. Indeed, when the President is sworn in, the first day, second day, there is no call from the United States to celebrate. So on third day, President Trump called him, but in this conversation, he wants the President Lee's relation with China. So President Trump worry about the attitude of the President Yi. In the past, predecessor of the President Myung, which is the same party, same left party in South Korea, was the president. And that time, President Trump disliked him very much. Why he was such kind of person, president, he clearly said in G7. So that's why there is a possibility that President Trump do not like the President Yi, but international relation should be beyond just a personal relation. So that's why the next meeting will be the U.S.-South Korea summit. So that's why after the Japan-South Korea summit, what will happen and what kind of the coordination will be arranged between U.S. and South Korea will be interesting point.
Yes, indeed, Dr. Nagao. Do stay